Hello, guys, and welcome back to Chris Baraka and family. In this video, Prophet Passion Java, aka Papa, has disowned us. Yes, he has disowned us. Every time we always get to hear different people always go to these prophets and they're always like, Papa, Papa, Papa. So, this video here, Prophet Java is officially disowning you guys, the daughters and the sons. That's what I'm going to show you in this video. But people's reaction after the disown and everything is quite alarming. I'm telling you, it's gonna shock you just how people are gonna react past it. But basically, in this video, he's going to be talking about how to be a son, qualifications of a son. It's just all about that sonship and fatherly. Uh, should I call it a move? So that is what the context of his teaching was. It was a question and answer segment right there in his church in the Kingdom Embassy, and different people who are part of the congregation got to ask different questions in regards to being a son, sonship, and everything. But there is also some kind of programming that I just want us to have a look at and just see what's going on, actually, quite frankly. So if you're not subscribed to this platform, I just want to remind you to just click on the subscribe button, because every video that we get to actually upload here, it is always an eye-opening conversation. And at no point, let me just make this clear, let me send out this disclaimer. First of all, I am Chris Baraka. I am not a judge. I don't plan to be a judge. So this video is not a way to judge. That's not the whole thing. It's just eye-opening conversation. These are conversation, probably could be of something you must have heard, but you might have missed it. So I bring it out here, and then we get to have a look at it. We get to actually go deeper in scriptures and have a look how biblical is this statement, how biblical is this context that probably is being preached. So I'm not a judge. I never try to be a judge. I never ask you to leave a certain church or to join another church. That's not the intention. For those who probably get such kind of reactions, that's on you. It's on you to decide according to how the Spirit of God leads you. So I never ask you leave a certain church or go to a certain church. That is not my place. And rather do I say there's no video I have ever called anyone a false, or I've ever called anyone a fake. I've never done that. I just bring out different conversations and we get to have a conversation. So I am not a judge. I'm not planning to be a judge, but every time I get to share videos, before you take any action, always get in prayer. May God lead you to make the right decision. May God always lead you. So these are just conversations. It's just it is actually, we're just getting a depth look at this, like, hey, exactly what did he say here? What did he exactly mean? Or what exactly does the Bible say about this? So that is what we get to share in this platform. So I just tried to bring that across, probably for the many who are always, okay, why are you calling him a prophet and he's not a prophet? Yo, it's not my place to judge. I don't judge. If you call yourself a doctor, that is who I will address you as. If you call yourself a commander, I'll address you as that. If you call yourself a prophet, that is who I will address you as. So leave alone those things of judging people, trying to no, I'm not. That is not what I always do. So it's always eye-opening conversation. We just get to talk. So with that being said, let us get in this conversation.
You can see from 2016, 17, 18, Lovy holding a mic for me. Saving. Up to today, saving. You don't see Lovy coming to Maryland with bodyguards. Because when he's coming to his father's house, he's coming as a son. You don't see Innocent coming here with a group of people. He is coming as a son. Same with me when I go to Bishop Noel Jones. Whether I'm wearing a watch of $350,000, I go there as a son. I don't need this security around my father. My father is my security.
So there has been a lot of controversial opinions in regards to the relationship between Prophet Lovi Elias and also Prophet Passion Java, because we've been always seeing Prophet Lovi going down on his knees, saying that, without this man, I could not exist, and all these things. And sometimes it has been quite, a lot of people have not quite understood that arrangement. But basically, here he's just talking about it to be a son and a father thing. But let us just proceed. Let us proceed. There is more. There's
I
more
have
to this.
churches around the world. India, Brazil, Jamaica, here, Atlanta, Houston, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, South Africa, everywhere. Though I have my churches,
My churches, same thing I heard on the response where Prophet Lovi was giving a response just the other day. He was saying about my church, my church, my church. My churches, my church, my church. Is it your church? Is it God's church? Crazy.
my spiritual father, Bishop Noah Jones, has his own church. All right? I leave all my churches. I leave my TV channel. I leave my studio. I leave my prophetic classes. I leave my live sessions. I leave everything I do. I leave my business to go submit to a man. I've seen angels. I have seen Jesus face to face, not like visions, like I close my eyes, I see a light. I have seen Jesus the way you are seeing me. Not one time, not two times, not multiple times since I was a child.
That is the same testimony that Prophet Lovi asked has any just seeing all the supernatural, seeing all the spiritual beings. That's the same testimony. Even going further to see different prophets. Like the other day, he shared of him seeing Prophet Daniel, and same thing here. Right here is this just the similar version of testimony we just receiving here from Prophet Passion.
Jesus appeared to me. I've seen angels, Angel Michael, Angel Gabriel, Angel Lemio, different angels. I've seen seraphims, cherubims, different angels. I've seen saints like Elijah. I've seen Moses. I've seen Amos. I've seen Daniel. I've seen great. On top of all that, I go to my father, who is a founder of his own church, and I lay myself under my father. All right? You don't have a church. You are in my church.
My church.
When I'm serving my father, I don't get tired. Ask people that will be there when my father comes in town, or I go to my father. It's either he has to chase me to go home, or I'm there till tomorrow, serving my father. My father will not look for water. I already provide water there. Towels written, Bishop Noah Jones. I already prepared towels before my father is in town. I already know the type of food he likes, the food he doesn't eat. Before he comes to town, everything is in place. I know that I have a small Lamborghini that's nice, expensive car, but he's too tall. He can't fit in that car. So there are cars I know when he's coming to town, he drives this in his house. I'm going to get the same car and make sure he's comfortable. Why? I'm serving my father. I have canceled much of my conferences to go to my father. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I remember we had 3,000 people on a conference. My father had emergency. I let Prophet Hope preach the next 2 days of the conference, left 3,000 people to go and save my father. You don't have a church. You don't have a conference. but you become busy to attend the church service of your father.
Mm. So, no matter how you can prove how biblical the statement that he's saying is, the danger of such preaching is how a lot of people have actually taken advantage of this kind of concept and have used that just as a manipulation tool for control and also to take advantage of the church. You see, where he's saying that he doesn't need his father to tell him that he needs water, he automatically provides it. So they so the danger again for such a preaching is that you see the expectation. There is a certain expectation because that's how he has served his father. So, what is the expectation? If you say you are the son, if you say you are the daughter, if you call Prophet Passion Papa, so that means automatically that it's a tree, it's like a family tree. Because if he's Papa, then that means you are probably the son or the daughter. So, there is a certain expectation. He could not just be coming to church and preach such kind of doctrines without any relevance. So there is a relevance to this. And what exactly is the relevance? What is the intention of this? So if you get deeper, if you look at it in a deeper sense, this is just a way to, it is a system. It's a system that is being brought up. It's a way of programming people who are in this specific place or just people who follow them for. So it's a program. They're setting you inside a certain system, like this is how we operate in this place, this is how it is. So this answers a lot of things that we have been always saying around Prophet Lovy Elias, especially when he is together with his papa, the kneeling downs and everything. This explains the same thing we even saw Pastor Ija. When Pastor Ija was still in that camp, we saw him move in that light. So there is a certain program, there is a certain system. When you get into whatever, when you get to us, I don't know what it takes, but right here he's talking about this. There is a relevance, there's a reason why he's doing it. He's just not saying it for the sake of saying. There is a reason why he's doing that. So I'm telling you, as much as you can prove how biblical what he's saying is that there is a lot of danger to such kind of preaching, especially when it comes to control and manipulation of God's people.
Yes.
Blessings, Papa.
So I just want to bring that to your attention. Here's another question. Before the guy started the question, you've heard him say he is called Prophet Passion Papa. So remember that Papa, which means father.
Thank you, Papa, for this opportunity. So,
Another one.
Papa, when somebody wants
Another one.
you to be their father, will you only father them in the area of like spiritual things, like and the prophetic, or could you father them in other areas of life?
I'm currently in problems because of that question where I mistaken church members for sons and daughters.
Mistake church members for sons and daughters.
There is a difference between a church member and a son and a daughter.
Okay.
A son and a daughter is somebody who already has a church,
Okay.
a gathering somewhere.
So if you don't have a church, if you don't have a gathering, you're not a son or a daughter. That's according to Prophet Passion Java. So why do you call him Papa? Because if you call someone father or Papa, it means there's this tree, however you call it, whether it's a spiritual tree, whether it's a physical tree, but there's an hierarchy. So in the hierarchy, he's coming up as the father, then that means you're either the son or the daughter.
I don't know if you understand the point. So all of you here, you are church members. The moment Sarah starts saying, I am a daughter, you are all less than her, we create a problem. I don't know if we understand that. The moment Greenstone says, I am a son, and you are a member, the way you greet you will be different. So all of us, we are members. Until your gift is approved, the Bible says a child differs not from a servant until he is authorized by the Father to become a son. So all of you, you are gifted. I know all of you can preach. All of you can prophesy. All of you can heal the sick. But there have to be a time where your gift is been proven. And that's when people are qualified to be sons and daughters. Everyone is a church member. Everybody in here and everybody watching and everybody who is on a break because they were working the whole day in the office, everybody is a member of the church.
Guys, we just got disowned. Papa just disowned us, you know. Everyone is always like, Papa, Papa. So he's saying you're just a church member. So why do we insist on that Papa thing, you know? He has just disowned his sons and daughters, those who always like Papa, Papa, Papa. He just said it. You are just a church member until you get to the next level. Simply, that's what he's saying. And the next level is now working under him or working whatever. No matter how he proved, he actually. So basically, we are just church members, you know.
I don't know if you understand. And the second problem I have is when I give people access, they manipulate the access. So people should be treated the same, whether you are a preacher, you have a title, until you are proven. So in other words, the only title I have here is Pastor Wallace, because Pastor Wallace is authorized to be a pastor in here. But Bonnie is anointed more than Wallace. Caleb is anointed more than Wallace. But Caleb is a member who should listen to a pastor called Wallace. So no matter how gifted you are, your gift should submit to me through the authorization of the office of a pastor in Wallace. I wish people can understand that. So sons and daughters are, for example, Troy. His name was Troy, right? He was what? Troy. But now he has been authorized to be the apostle of the church. All right? In the same shoes, he just had a child a month ago. So he was a man, now he is a father. You're not hearing me? He was not yet a father because a child was not yet born.
Yes.
But now he is a father because a child is. So you are not a son until you bet a ministry or a church in you. So you have all the ability until you are authorized and your ministry have been appointed by a father. I don't know if I answered you well.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you. That's
God
amazing.
bless.
Then again, she's calling him Papa, you know. And he just told her that she's just a church member. So probably now it's time that we need to let go of Papa, because now, Papa just disowned. You know, I know letting go sometimes can be hard, but Papa just disowned his sons and daughters. He just said it clearly until he authorizes you and you have a church and you're functioning there in that church independently or under him. That's when now you're officially a son. or a daughter. But now this thing that we're just every day, papa, 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 papa just disowned us. So it's quite sad, guys. It's quite sad. It's quite sad for all those who are like, Papa, I'm very sorry. This has gotten to where it has gotten. Like, we never saw this coming, but yo, I'm sorry. We are just church members. We are just church members. So probably right now we need to change that papa thing, and uh, we can just address him as Prophet Java or Prophet Passion. So this papa thing, he has disowned us. Guys, it's hard to move on, but I guess we have to do it.